Today's session is a follow-up from previous session on Functional Behavioral Assessment, FBA. Going back to the case study used in previous session, after analyzing the fast and slow triggers and consequences, we derive the hypothesis of Tom's behavior. This is a possible hypothesis for Tom's disruptive behavior. Tom engages in disruptive behavior, such as zoning out or walking around in class during math and science lesson when he was assigned a task. When he did that, teachers ignored him, and he did not have to complete the task. This is more likely to happen because he does not have a good grasp of the concepts and is disengaged. After FBA is completed, the next step is to formulate a behavioral intervention plan, BIP. A good intervention plan will include adjustments to both antecedents and consequences as well as skills training in order to address all conditions associated with the problem behavior. In this session, we will be focusing on adjustments to antecedents. Antecedents are preventive strategies that shape or alter the environment before problematic behavior occurs, rendering the problem behavior unnecessary. This means re-engineering the circumstances around the student, providing accommodations and modifications for the student. Some intervention strategies include choice, which enables the student to participate in activities, including non-preferred or less preferred activities. Priming, which is preparing the student for upcoming activity or event which he or she has difficulty. Examples of priming are using a visual schedule, showing a finished product, and viewing a work sample. High probability sequence, which involves the presentation of series of easy-to-follow requests before requesting to perform the target task. Pre-session attention is when teachers give their students attention prior to a lesson or classroom activity to prevent disruptive behavior. Non-contingent reinforcement is when the teacher delivers ongoing, brief reinforcement to student independent of the student's behavior. This is most effective if the function of behavior is to gain attention. Preventive measures are pivotal. Schools need to create a safe and engaging learning environment for our students. These are more examples on antecedent intervention strategies, which can be implemented in class. Antecedent intervention strategies not only prevent problem behaviors from occurring, but also create a conducive atmosphere for learning to take place. Going back to the case study, this table illustrates the possible accommodations that can be carried out to prevent the problem behavior. In conclusion, most of the time, students underperform because the environment is overwhelming and there is insufficient scaffolding for them to practice the skills. While it takes time for students to acquire and practice these skills, adjustments to the environment can prevent problem behaviors from occurring. Fundamentally, the success of the intervention is dependent on the compassion and willingness of people in the natural environment to make those changes and accommodations.